everybody, this is Mike with On Point Preparedness. I want you to take a look at this article that was released maybe 2 to 3 days ago. Eerie scenes as animals freeze solid as temperatures drop to minus 68 degrees Fahrenheit in Kazakhstan. There was this video that was uploaded by a blogger, and you can see here this cat is literally on all fours, or rather, should I say all threes, because its hind leg is actually still in the process of moving, but it's almost like it was just frozen solid while it was fighting to move against the wind, just flash frozen in an instant. You will see a lot of other animals in this blogger's video where you can see this rabbit was frozen solid as it was trying to get away. There's dogs frozen solid. There's birds frozen solid. And just the most interesting thing about all of this is that none of them are laying down. They're literally on all fours or all twos in the case of the birds. And the temperatures dropped so dramatically that they didn't even have a time to lay down. They were just frozen immediately. Absolutely incredible. Like this dog here. You can see its tail is up. It looks like it's in the process of walking and just immediately frozen. This is like that event from Geostorm or The Day After Tomorrow. It's absolutely incredible. Now, I looked to see if this had happened in the past at all, and there are a few incidents of animals being frozen in their tracks, but the difference in these situations is that these animals were caught in deep snow, and so the snow really propped up their bodies, and then as the snow receded, it appeared as though they were frozen solid while walking, but that's not the case. It seems like this event in Kazakhstan is a one-of-a-kind thing where they're literally frozen while walking. In fact, a lot of people, dozens in fact, were hospitalized because of this record cold. Now, I told you that the record was, I think, 68 degrees Fahrenheit in that article. And I looked on Wikipedia to see the capital of Kazakhstan and what the prior record was. And in the, I believe, late 1800s, 1893, the coldest was negative 60.9 degrees Fahrenheit. So it dropped another 7 degrees Fahrenheit from the record in the late 1800s. Now, if you've watched my channel for a while now, you'll know that I've done a lot of research on the antithesis of global warming. In fact, we are going to head into a global cooling period. I've done 2 interviews with an individual named John Casey. He's a former scientist for NASA and was really upset by the bureaucracy of the government and NASA, so he went independent. And John's research about the global cooling phenomenon dates prior to 2005. In fact, my interviews with him warning people about all these events to come was back in 2015, 3 years ago. And he made 3 eerie predictions, really. He said that we would see an increase in severe earthquakes. That has happened. He said we would see an increase in volcanic activity. That has happened. And he also said that the sun's solar activity, the sunspots on the sun, would drop dramatically as well, and it would more than likely confound scientists. And guess what? That has happened as well. All of his research is based on this phenomenon that he attributes to a 206-year solar cycle, something that he's studied throughout history. Again, it happens over every 200 years. And at the bottom of every single one of these 206-year solar cycles, you have global temperatures start to cool off into these what's called a mini ice age. You have these increase in volcanic activity, and the volcanic dust that's spewed into the air also contributes to global temperatures dropping. And you have the increase in earthquakes, like we had a New Madrid earthquake event during the last one of these 206-year solar drops. So I keep on telling you people, you really gotta prepare for what's coming, because you've got all this happening on top of all the end times prophetic events. Now, as an aside, when I've done these videos before, a lot of you say, Mike, this is energy weapon warfare. And I have to admit, I have seen some really strange things. I think we all have, especially with those fires in California, where the fires literally melted metal, which is just really strange. So I'm not ruling that out as a possibility here. But in terms of all the theories, after reading John Casey's books and seeing the historical trends and seeing a lot of the evidence that he's put forth on this, for the global cooling, I do really think that this is one of the more probable reasons. And although we don't understand the relationship between the sun going through this hibernational phase and the volcanic activity and earthquakes, we do know that they're related and it's happening. So just want to put that out there. You know, regardless of what the reason is, it's still happening. So we still got to treat it the same way and still got to get prepared. This is Mike with On Point Preparedness. Appreciate your comments as always. See ya.